This podcast is produced by the Gazelle International Owners Group. It is independent commentary that is not sponsored by Gazelle or otherwise monetized. The Gazelle International Owners Group on Facebook is a welcoming and supportive community of Gazelle owners and prospective owners. And now, enjoy today's deep dive.
Okay, let's unpack this. We are about to dive deep into the 2025 fall lineup from Gazelle.
Yep.
And this is specifically engineered for the North American market.
Right, which is an important distinction.
It really is. And this isn't just, a product launch. I think it's more of a strategic manifesto on what they believe an e-bike should be.
I agree.
We've got all the goods here. We have the official fall lineup PDF, the detailed spec sheets for the Easyflow C7, the Arroyo C5 Elite, and the Arroyo C380 Elite.
And the press release.
So this stack of sources, it gives us, pure, undiluted product strategy.
And I think our mission today is more than just running down a feature list for 3 new e-bikes.
Much more.
We need to understand the strategic move Gazelle is making here. They are consciously planting their flag in that premium, comfort-focused segment.
Yeah, and they're standing in stark contrast to what the press release explicitly calls, and I'm quoting here, the trend of budget e-bikes with throttles.
Exactly. So for you listening, if you're prepping for the 2025 season, it's just crucial to frame what we're talking about right from the start.
Mm-hmm.
These are all Class 1 e-bikes.
That's a great place to start, actually, because the language of e-bikes can get pretty confusing for people.
Yeah.
So what does Class 1 mean, especially in the context of Gazelle's whole philosophy?
Class 1 is absolutely foundational to their strategy. It means these bikes are pedal assist only.
Okay.
You have to be pedaling for the motor to engage, and that assistance cuts out once you hit 20 miles per hour.
So no throttle.
No throttle. This is the definition of a standard electric bicycle.
Yeah.
It's designed to enhance your human power, not replace it.
Right.
And by focusing exclusively on Class 1, Gazelle is emphasizing quality cycling, safety, and regulatory compliance. They're deliberately avoiding those faster, often cheaper Class 2 or 3 models that dominate the viral market.
The ones that often sacrifice longevity and, frankly, component quality.
They absolutely do.
So yeah, they aren't chasing the cheapest price point or the highest speed number. This is a deliberate stand. And it leverages their legacy, right? Mm-hmm. Gazelle has a history spanning over 130 years of Dutch craftsmanship. That longevity is it's central to understanding these releases.
I mean, they're trusted by over 2 million riders worldwide.
Exactly. And they focus on a history of engineering for everyday use. Bikes designed to last decades, not just a single season.
Absolutely. And when you look at these specifications, they just scream minimal integration and longevity. Gazelle's entire reputation is built on this rider-first engineering for daily use.
Right.
North American reviewers have consistently praised them for their high-quality motors and that long-term durability, which, is often a hidden cost in those lower-priced alternatives.
It is.
Gazelle is selling enduring value. They're making sure that every single component choice, from the hydraulic brakes to the frame geometry, is about providing a high-quality experience that lasts.
And the defining concept for this whole launch, and this is according to their general manager, Mark Danhoff, is comfort, confidence, and choice.
It's a fantastic trifecta.
It really is.
Yeah.
So how do they bake that comfort philosophy into the very structure of the bike? Because it's way beyond just putting a plush seat on it, isn't it?
Well, it's fundamental engineering.
Right.
It begins with their unique frame geometries that promote this intensely upright riding posture.
Yeah, okay.
Think about the physical payoff of that classic Dutch design. It's engineered specifically to drastically reduce strain on the most common stress points for cyclists.
So your wrists, your neck.
Your wrists, your neck, and your back. You're not leaning over, you're just sitting naturally.
And that upright position has a measurable safety benefit, too.
Precisely. An upright position inherently improves your field of view.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking over traffic, not down at your front wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And that translates directly into better visibility and improved situational awareness.
Yeah.
Better safety on the road. So that critical combination of, physical ease and improved mental control, that's the Gazelle comfort principle realized across this entire lineup. It makes cycling feel less like a sport and more like a relaxed everyday activity.
So if we look at the trio, we have 3 very distinct approaches to this core principle.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of refined the wheel, not reinvented it, by offering choice in the drivetrains.
Traditional chain belt.
Right, the belt drive or that ultimate Enviolo CVT. And they have two different really high-quality power systems, the Shimano EP5 versus the Bosch Smart system.
And that's the choice component of the manifesto. The Easyflow C7, that's addressing radical accessibility. It's for confidence, stability for the nervous or the returning rider.
Okay.
Then the Arroyo C5 Elite is designed for durable, low-maintenance commuting and everyday performance. It's using a dependable geared hub and a powerful Bosch motor.
And at the top.
And the Arroyo C380 Elite sits at the top. It's the premium option, focusing on luxurious stepless shifting and ultimate refinement. So they're offering different pathways to comfort, catering to distinct needs, but all within that high-quality, long-life segment.
All right, let's turn our attention to the Easyflow C7 first. This bike is truly unique. It focuses almost exclusively on a single critical metric, confidence. When we look at the sources, they emphasize a very particular demographic for the C7. Who is this bike actually built for?
The sources are exceptionally clear on this. This is for anyone who needs an ultra-confident ride.
Okay.
So we're talking about smaller riders who struggle with typical frame heights. We're talking about seniors who might have diminished balance or flexibility.
People returning to cycling after a long time off.
Exactly. People who feel nervous or just anyone intimidated by those high center of gravity frames you see on performance bikes.
Right.
The core problem this bike solves is that psychological hurdle of starting and stopping. Gazelle is targeting those who, and this is the quote, can't comfortably balance on a high center of gravity frame.
The press release calls it a radically inclusive ride. We hear this term pedal-forward geometry used to describe the frame. How does that geometry actually work physically to create such a massive confidence boost?
This is the genius of the Easyflow C7. So the frame is aluminum. It has a substantial low step-through design, so mounting is effortless.
Sure.
But the key innovation is that pedal-forward design. On a traditional diamond frame, if you adjust the seat for optimal pedaling efficiency.
Your feet don't touch the ground when you stop.
Exactly. You have to lean the bike. The Easyflow C7 repositions the bottom bracket slightly forward. This unique geometry is specifically engineered so that when you stop and slide a little bit forward on the saddle, you can always have both feet flat on the ground. No leaning, no dismounting, none of that clumsy one-foot-down balancing act.
Wow. That eliminates the #1 cause of nervous tension at intersections.
It does.
It addresses both physical comfort and mental control by just removing the fear of tipping over.
It sounds like a fantastic design feature. I mean, it might bring people back to cycling who thought they had to give it up.
It absolutely does. It's an act of radical accessibility. And Gazelle built the entire physical structure around maximizing that stability.
Like the wheels.
Exactly, like the choice of wheel. They're small, 24-inch wheels.
Okay.
Smaller wheels automatically lower the bike's center of gravity, providing an incredibly stable foundation. And this, combined with a crucial spec point, a long wheelbase, it contributes to superb overall balance, especially at low speeds. The design ensures maximum stability right up until you start pedaling again.
I see the design choices here are heavily stability-focused. But if Gazelle is prioritizing comfort, why would they omit front suspension on the Easyflow C7? The spec sheet lists it as a rigid fork, but the Arroyos we'll talk about later both have suspension. Isn't that a comfort compromise?
And that's a really sharp question, and it highlights a strategic trade-off.
Okay.
While the Arroyos prioritize comfort over varied terrain, the Easyflow C7 prioritizes stability and confidence above all else.
Right.
A suspension fork, while it's great for bumps, it adds height, complexity, and weight, and it can slightly compromise steering precision at very slow speeds.
And for that nervous rider, precision and a low center of gravity are everything.
They're paramount. Exactly.
So how do they compensate for the road shock then?
They compensate through the tires and the saddle. The tires are crucial here. They are massive, grippy, Schwalbe Big Bend Plus tires.
How big are we talking?
Specified as 55-406. To translate that, that's 55 millimeters wide.
Wow.
That large volume provides substantial air cushioning. It serves as the primary form of comfort suspension. And the Cell Royal Gypsy saddle is also designed for maximum plushness. So it's a deliberate choice. Stability first, then comfort cushioning through high-volume components.
Okay, let's talk power. The C7 marks Gazelle's return to Shimano e-bike systems. They're using the EP5 mid-drive motor with 50 Newton meters of torque. This is significantly lower than the 75 Newton meters we'll see later. Help us understand why 50 is the right choice here.
This is a classic example of tailoring the tech to the user. As we established, this bike is built for low stress, ultra-confident riding.
Aggressive torque would be a bad thing.
It would be counterproductive. If you have 75 newton-meters of torque with a nervous rider, a sudden or jerky input can cause the bike to lurch or pull away unexpectedly.
Leading to a loss of control and confidence.
Exactly. The 50 newton-meters of the Shimano EP5 system, while providing plenty of assistance for casual urban cruising, is specifically tuned for a smooth departure and intuitive, gentle acceleration. It focuses on smoothness, not maximum aggressive speed or climbing.
And the drivetrain simplifies things even further. It uses a 7-speed Shimano Nexus internal hub paired with a traditional KMC extra strong chain drive.
Yes. And the Shimano Nexus internal hub is another key confidence feature. It emphasizes simplicity, and critically, it allows you to shift gears while stationary.
Ah, that's huge.
It is. If a nervous rider stops at a light in too high a gear, they don't have to worry about struggling to start up again. They can just twist the shifter while standing still to downshift, ensuring a smooth, easy takeoff. A 7-speed hub offers plenty of range for urban environments without the complexity or maintenance of a derailleur. It's just robust and reliable.
And beyond the core system, they've packed it with ergonomic details that are crucial for getting that perfect upright fit, especially for riders with mobility concerns.
The customization is key to that comfort pillar. The Gazelle switch stem is manually, steplessly adjustable. This allows the rider to fine-tune that upright position perfectly. This is vital for reducing strain on the hands and wrists, making sure the rider is positioned exactly where they feel most comfortable and balanced.
And I see they also include an integrated side mirror.
Yes, a detail that significantly enhances visibility and safety without looking tacked on. It reinforces that whole theme of control and confidence. And the contact points are high-quality 2-ergon GC10 grips, designed ergonomically to distribute pressure better across the palm.
Okay, so the C7 is priced at $3,999 USD. Given its specialized geometry, the rigid fork, the Nexus 7 chain combo, I have to ask, isn't Gazelle taking a massive risk pricing this bike at almost $4,000 when you can find budget e-bikes with similar range and even throttles for half that price?
That's the strategic tension of this launch, and it speaks directly to Gazelle's core philosophy.
Okay.
They are deliberately rejecting the budget segment. The value proposition here is not raw specs. It's thoughtful, specialized engineering, and guaranteed longevity.
So that price pays for the frame.
That $3,999 pays for the unique, patent-pending frame geometry, the reliability of the Shimano mid-drive system, the integrated fender vision lighting, and high-quality components like the Schwalbe tires and hydraulic brakes, components that will last. This is positioned as a premium accessibility model, an all-new design where the price reflects the investment in stability and inclusion.
So it's not a compromise on quality, it's a commitment to a specific underserved user need.
Exactly. It's designed to be a one-size-fits-all model, low step 46, because of that flexible geometry.
And it's the lightest of the three.
Right, at 54.5 pounds, excluding the battery. This bike is all about bringing confidence back to cycling for demographics who prioritize security over speed. And it's available in these elegant colors, like caramel khaki and pine green. It's a statement that specialized comfort and inclusion are worth a premium investment.
All right, let's transition now from the pure accessibility focus of the Easyflow C7. We're moving to the renewed Arroyo lineup. This family has already received awards, but Gazelle has brought 2 updated models, the C5 Elite and the C380 Elite back, with a focus on higher performance, robust everyday use, and critically low maintenance.
And this is where Gazelle addresses the serious commuter, the recreational rider who demands power for cargo and hill climbing and expects minimal effort in upkeep.
Right.
We see a significant shift in technology and capability compared to the Easyflow C7. It positions the Arroyos squarely in that high-performance comfort category. These bikes are meant to handle more varied terrain and more aggressive daily use.
Let's start with what they share, because the foundation of the C5 and the C380 is essentially identical, and it represents a significant step up in capability. They are united by the Bosch Smart System.
Both models utilize the powerful Bosch Smart System performance line motor. This is the heart of their performance difference from the C7.
More torque.
A lot more. It delivers a robust 75 newton meters of torque.
Wow.
And that 75 newton meters is essential for this rider profile. Someone carrying heavy panniers, frequently encountering steeper hills, or simply wanting a more immediate and responsive feel off the line compared to the C7's gentler 50. This high torque ensures superior climbing performance and rapid acceleration, all seamlessly integrated via the sophisticated Bosch system.
And the battery capacity jumps up too, right? along with improved integration.
Yes, both integrate a sizable 540 watt-hour battery directly into the frame. This capacity provides excellent range for commuters.
And I saw a note about a smart, user-friendly feature.
Yes, the integrated charge status display right on the battery itself. It's really helpful for checking charge levels quickly when you've removed the battery for charging.
Little things like that.
Exactly. And they also reposition the charge port, which is an upgrade for easier on-bike charging access. It just shows that attention to daily convenience.
The frame geometry, it maintains that Gazelle upright philosophy, but with specific angles optimized for relaxed riding, which distinguishes it from the C7's more radical feet-flat posture.
Correct. We're still looking at stable, lightweight, hydroformed aluminum frames with a spacious low-step design. But the riding posture is achieved through different angles. You've got a 68.5-degree headset angle and a 69.5-degree saddle tube angle.
So how relaxed is that in practical terms for you, the listener? We hear those numbers, but what do they actually mean?
Well, a sportier, more aggressive bike designed for speed might have a 72 or 73-degree headset angle. That makes the steering more responsive, kind of twitchy. The Arroyo's 68.5-degree angle is much slacker. This means the steering is inherently slower and more stable. You don't feel like you have to constantly correct the handlebars.
And the saddle tube angle?
The 69.5-degree saddle tube angle puts you comfortably upright. It ensures the power transfer is efficient, but it prioritizes seated comfort over aggressive, bent-over aerodynamics. It's the definition of stable, elegant, relaxed commuting.
They also share major comfort and safety features, including the addition of front suspension, which the C7 intentionally left out.
Yes, both Arroyos feature a telescope spiral spring fork with 50 millimeters of travel. This is a quality dual suspension fork designed to absorb chatter and larger bumps. This is paired with the suspension seat post and the Cell Royal Lana Gel saddle.
So you have a triple layer of cushioning.
Exactly. The fork, the seat post, and the gel saddle, they all work together to neutralize road buzz and deliver a smooth ride, which is vital when you're using the bike every single day.
And safety-wise, we're seeing serious lighting and reliable braking, emphasizing that long-term, all-weather commuting focus.
High visibility is non-negotiable for Gazelle. Both models feature the high-end Gazelle fender vision lighting.
That's a 70 lux headlight.
A powerful 70 lux headlight that includes a dedicated daytime running light function, a DRL. This ensures you are seen, not just that you can see.
Right, and the brakes.
The braking system is crucial for handling that 75 Newton meters of torque and stopping a bike and rider carrying cargo. It relies on Tektro HDT280 hydraulic disc brakes.
Okay.
These feature 2-piston calipers and generous rotor sizes, 180 millimeters up front, 160 in the rear, providing really reliable, high-confidence stopping power in wet or dry conditions.
Okay, now let's hone in on the C5 Elite. This one is positioned as the durable, low-maintenance champion. It seems Gazelle has specifically engineered this bike for the workhorse rider, the one who prioritizes reliable performance and absolutely detests dealing with chain grease and upkeep.
That's the C5's core identity.
Wow.
The key differentiator here is the drivetrain choice.
The belt drive.
The Gates CDC belt drive, paired with the eBike-specific Shimano Nexus 5 internal hub gear. The belt drive is the star. It eliminates the chain entirely.
So no grease.
Zero grease,
Yeah.
virtually no noise, and silence is a comfort feature. And maintenance is limited to just rinsing the belt occasionally. It's engineered specifically to handle the high, abrupt torque of that Bosch Performance Line motor reliably over thousands of miles.
The Shimano Nexus 5 hub is also tailored for e-bikes. Why did they opt for the 5-speed over, say, the 7-speed we saw on the C7? Having fewer gears seems a little counterintuitive for a higher-end performance bike.
That's a common misconception, but it's critical technical knowledge for you listening. The Nexus 5 hub is specifically built by Shimano to handle the much higher torque loads of powerful mid-drive motors like the 75 Newton-meter Bosch system.
Ah, okay.
The Nexus 7 used on the C7 is geared more towards lower-powered systems. So while the Nexus 5 offers a narrower 260% gear ratio, that's the spread between the lowest and highest gears, it does so with dramatically increased durability and strength inside the hub.
So fewer failures under high power.
Exactly.
So 260% gear ratio. What does that translate to in practical riding terms for the average commuter?
For a typical urban commuting and recreational environment, 260% is more than enough. It means you have a great starting gear, a solid cruising gear, and enough range to climb gentle to moderate hills while maintaining speed. The C5 is designed to be highly durable and predictable. It's ideal for riders who prefer that classic, indexed step style, gear change via the Nexus 5 twist shifter. It just requires far less intervention and maintenance than a derailleur system.
Okay, now for the part that requires a deep dive into our sources, the display conflict.
Yes.
This is a significant point for a potential buyer. The press release and the spec sheet seem to disagree fundamentally on what display comes standard on the C5 Elite.
This is a critical discrepancy, and we have to highlight it for accuracy. The official press release clearly claims the C5 Elite will feature the Bosch Kiox 300.
And the Kiox 300 is the premium one.
It's the premium, large, full-color screen offering navigation, fitness data, deeper integration with the smart system.
Yeah.
However, the detailed spec sheet for the Arroyo C5 Elite definitively lists the display as the Bosch Purion 200.
That is a massive difference in user experience. The
Yeah.
Kiox 300 provides this luxurious, tech-forward cockpit, while the Purion 200 is smaller, simpler, more consolidated. It's designed more for essential riding, info speed, battery, mode, than for complex navigation. It sounds like a significant cut if the spec sheet is correct.
It is. If you're a buyer looking at the C5's $4,199 price tag, a Kiox 300 adds enormous perceived value and utility.
Right.
If the spec sheet listing the Purion 200 is correct, that means the C5 offers powerful performance but uses a simpler cockpit interface. Some riders might prefer that for a minimalist focus, but others will feel shortchanged expecting the color screen.
The ambiguity is frustrating.
It is. Potential buyers must clarify this with dealers. The C5 is available in anthracite gray gloss and ivory white matte, giving it that sleek, modern commuter aesthetic.
All right, moving up the strategic ladder, we arrive at the top tier of the comfort line, the Arroyo C380 Elite. This is clearly positioned for the rider who wants the best possible, most refined experience. It's the most expensive model at $4,699 USD. So if the C5 is the reliable workhorse, where does the C380 elevate the experience?
The C380 focuses entirely on the seamless, effortless experience. It's Gazelle's premium versatility offering. If you want the ultimate refinement and the smoothest shifting possible, this is it. It combines the raw power of the Bosch 75 Newton-meter motor and the zero maintenance of the Gates belt drive, but pairs it with the game-changing technology of the Enviolo 380 CVT hub.
Okay, the crucial component here is the Enviolo 380 CVT hub. CVT stands for Continuous Variable Transmission. For listeners who aren't familiar with it, how does it differ from the geared Nexus hubs we just talked about, and what makes it so desirable?
The Enviolo hub eliminates the concept of individual gears entirely. Think of it like the transmission in an automatic car. Instead of clicking between steps like gears 1, 2, 3 on the Nexus hubs, the rider simply twists the shifter to the ideal resistance level. The internal planetary system smoothly and steplessly transitions. It's non-indexed.
So you just feel the resistance getting easier or harder, not that mechanical jump of gears.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly intuitive. What's the practical advantage?
There is no guessing, no clumsy shifting, and crucially, no need to worry about being in the wrong gear when you stop.
Oh, that's great.
You can stop completely and shift while stationary, ensuring you are always set up for an easy start. And this system provides a 380% gear ratio, which is a significantly wider range than the 260% offered by the Nexus 5 on the C5.
And that wider range makes the C380 more versatile.
Highly versatile. It's capable of tackling steeper, more varied terrain than its sibling.
So it provides the most intuitive user experience possible, especially for riders who find traditional index shifting confusing or annoying, or maybe those who frequently encounter varied rolling terrain where they need to make continuous micro adjustments to their cadence.
Exactly. It eliminates shifting actuations altogether. It provides what the sources call an unmatched sense of smoothness and quiet confidence on the road.
Right.
And when you combine that with the silent zero-maintenance Gates CDC belt drive, the ride quality becomes exceptionally refined. It really justifies its premium price point through technological elegance.
And unlike that C5 conflict, the display system here is consistent and top tier, completing that luxurious cockpit experience.
Yes. The C380 is consistently listed across all sources as using the Bosch Kiox 300 display.
Okay.
So the Kiox 300 gives the premium rider that large color screen, full navigation capability, and fitness features right out of the box. This provides the kind of integrated, sophisticated control you expect at this price level.
It also includes high-end comfort contact points.
Every detail is catered toward that refined feeling. It includes luxury features like the Gazelle Aero leather grips, providing excellent feel and grip, and the steplessly adjustable Gazelle switch stem, allowing for minute adjustments to perfect that upright posture. The C380 represents the full package of refinement: high power, zero-maintenance drivetrain, sophisticated controls, and top-tier comfort components.
And it's a bit heavier than the C5.
At 60.8 pounds, excluding the battery, it is slightly heavier, but it represents the most luxurious riding experience currently offered in Gazelle's comfort line. And it's available in these striking colors: metallic orange matte and caramel khaki gloss.
So we've broken down the highly specialized C7, the durable workhorse C5, and the refined luxury C380. Now let's zoom out and look at Gazelle's overall strategy. How do these three models collectively balance and enhance Gazelle's overall North American range by addressing that idea of comfort, confidence, and choice?
They create a perfectly tiered system. They ensure that a rider selects a bike not based on quality, because quality is standard across the line, but based purely on their preference for stability, maintenance, or shifting feel.
That's a masterclass in market segmentation.
It is. It's rooted in rider needs. Gazelle has successfully balanced their range by offering three distinct solutions under the Comfort e-bike umbrella.
Let's break down the three distinct riders and needs they address, mapping them directly to the product.
Okay, so 1, the need for confidence and stability.
That's the Easyflow C7.
Fully met by the Easyflow C7. The rider here is sensitive to balance, prefers a gentle start, and requires that assurance of putting both feet flat on the ground. The unique geometry, the small 24-inch wheels, and the accessible Shimano EP5 50 Nm motor are all dedicated to this user.
Okay, need number 2.
Number 2, low-maintenance commuting and durability. This is the Arroyo C5 Elite. This rider is focused on reliability and needs high power, the Bosch 75 Nm for hills and speed, but demands near zero maintenance.
And that's the belt drive and the Nexus 5 hub.
Achieved through the durable silent gates belt, paired with the predictable e-bike-specific Shimano Nexus 5 geared hub. This is the ultimate workhorse for the serious daily rider.
And the third need?
Need 3, utmost smoothness and refinement. This is the Arroyo C380 Elite. This rider is willing to pay a premium for the ultimate experience. They get high power combined with the effortless, seamless transition to the gates belt and the Enviolo 380 CVT hub. This is the luxury option for the rider demanding maximum technological refinement.
It's fascinating how clearly that hierarchy emerges just through the drivetrains. It forces you, the customer, to choose your preferred method of cycling rather than forcing a quality compromise.
Absolutely. The drivetrain choice is the critical differentiator. We move from the foundational system on the C7, a standard e-bike chain, and the geared Nexus 7 hub. It's simple, effective, low torque rated.
Right.
Then we step up to the C5, introducing the durable silent gates belt drive, paired with the e-bike optimized geared Nexus 5 hub, higher torque rated, low maintenance. And finally, the C380 offers the premium belt drive coupled with the Enviolo CVT hub, providing that stepless functionality. It's a very clear and intentional roadmap for choice.
And the pricing reflects those technological steps perfectly, creating that power and price ladder.
It's beautifully segmented.
Okay.
The Easyflow C7 sits at $3,999. It has the lowest power, 50 Newton meters, but the highest focus on stability and accessibility.
Okay.
The Arroyo C5 is $4,199. This is the mid-price point. It offers high power, 75 Newton meters, and a durable, low-maintenance geared drivetrain. A strong value proposition for the daily grinder.
And the top of the line.
The Arroyo C380 is the premium offering at $4,699. Maximum power, 75 Newton meters, coupled with the ultimate refinement and shifting smoothness of the CVT system, plus the full Bosch kiosk cockpit.
The overriding strategy, and it's reiterated throughout the sources, seems to be a firm rejection of the budget e-bike segment. They're leaning heavily into their legacy of durability and quality components that may not be obvious to a casual buyer.
It is a clear strategic statement to the North American market. Gazelle is consciously staking its claim in that high-quality, long-life segment. Look at the specific components that cost money but guarantee longevity.
Like the brakes.
They prioritize hydraulic disc brakes, the Tektro HDT 280s, high-quality mid-drive motors from Bosch and Shimano, careful cable integration, and, crucially, the low-maintenance drivetrains.
The Gates systems.
The Gates Nexus 5 and Gates Enviolo. These choices reject those short-lived viral marketing features, like cheap throttles or massive batteries paired with low-end components, in favor of long-term value and reliability.
This focus on specific, high-quality components is what truly defines their premium approach. Let's delve a bit deeper into the practical benefit of these choices. Take the Tektro HDT 280 hydraulic brakes across the Arroyo line. Why is that specific choice a statement against the budget e-bike trend?
Well, budget e-bikes often use mechanical disc brakes or lower-grade hydraulic systems. The Tektro HDT 280s are robust, entry-level performance hydraulic brakes. Hydraulics mean the braking power is consistent, it requires minimal effort at the lever, and it's reliable in all weather conditions. That's a necessity for a commuter counting on their bike every single day.
Right.
More importantly, using 180mm rotors up front and 160 in the rear is a necessary, deliberate choice to handle the combined weight of the heavier e-bike, the rider, and any potential cargo, especially when you're decelerating from 20 miles per hour. This speaks to their rider-first safety mandate.
And it's not just the brakes, it's the quality of the motor integration. On the Arroyos, you have the full Bosch smart system. What does the smart system unlock for the rider compared to just an older generation Bosch motor?
The smart system is the key to future-proofing. It allows for over-the-air updates, deeper customization through the Bosch Flow app, and integration of features like navigation via the kiosk display on the C380 and potentially the C5. It's a connectivity ecosystem that ensures the motor remains optimized, efficient, and up-to-date with new features. This investment in ecosystem quality is another mark of a premium product designed for long-term ownership, not obsolescence.
We discussed the C7's emphasis on that unique geometry and the C380's focus on stepless shifting. When you step back, which of these innovations do you think provides the most significant overall benefit to Gazelle's ability to attract and retain North American riders?
That's the perfect concluding strategic thought. The C7's geometry, that feet flat on the ground philosophy, it addresses a fundamental barrier to entry, a fear of instability. By removing this barrier, Gazelle taps into entirely new demographics, the older rider, the physically uncertain rider who wouldn't otherwise cycle. That is a transformative market expansion.
So while the C380's Enviolo hub is refinement, the C7 is revolutionary inclusion.
Precisely. The C380 offers the best experience for an existing rider. It maximizes comfort through luxury engineering. But the C7 offers cycling itself to those who thought they were excluded. Both are vital for the brand's image. The C380 showcases technical mastery, but the C7 demonstrates a genuine commitment to inclusive design.
We've covered a huge amount of technical ground today, focusing on how these models deliver on Gazelle's comfort, confidence, and choice philosophy. The three new models offer radical stability and confidence.
That's the C7.
Robust daily commuting and durability.
The C5.
And luxurious, effortless, stepless shifting with the C380.
And if we review the sources one last time, they reveal two major distinct innovations aimed purely at comfort and rider retention.
Right.
You have the C7's radical feet flat on the ground geometry designed for inclusion, and the C380's stepless Enviolo hub system designed for ultimate ease of use and refinement.
And that raises the strategic question that Gazelle's 2025 lineup really forces us, and you the listener, to consider. Which of these two fundamentally distinct innovations, radical inclusion via the C7's geometry or ultimate refinement via the C380's Enviolo CVT, do you believe provides the greater, most transformative value to the cycling market as a whole? That strategic balance between access and luxury is what Gazelle is asking you to weigh as you consider their new comfort lineup.
The Herd podcast has been produced by the Gazelle International Owners Group. Gary Fujioka Sr., editor. For additional information, join the Gazelle International Owners Group on Facebook. You may also visit Gazelle Bikes website at gazellebikes.com.